Hello, my fellow warriors. Welcome. Today, I will be discussing why our reality is a reflection. To start, the spiritual world is just as real and tangible as the physical world. Every living thing on earth has an infinite flow of creation embedded into their cells and their consciousness. Even when you don't think you're spiritual, you are. The truth is that most people sleepwalk through life. They either identify with this 3D reality or they believe in a sort of afterlife that is given to them if they behave well or obey laws, all while they're alive. But to wake up to who you really are, you need to go within and stop focusing so much on the external. You are in a universe that is a playground for existence and soul evolution. While you definitely have a body, you are not your body. Before we incarnate, we choose our parents, our gender, where we want to live, our race, and the lessons and the circumstances that we want to master. Our lessons are chosen by us, and they are a reflection of past life issues that we had problems with, karma that needs to be resolved, and agreements that we made with other souls in order to help us evolve. Once we incarnate, we forget what we signed up for, but you need to understand that everyone that comes into our lives on a soul level has agreed to play a role in order to enhance our spiritual growth and to share this human experience. It's like being actors in a play. Every interaction is a spiritual test. Once we pass the test and our lessons are learned, the energy is balanced and there is no need to repeat the lessons. We all have free will, and we can choose to respond to these tests in any way that we want. But keep in mind though that everything has value, and every interaction has value. Any judgment on our part creates karma. Once you understand how this works, you will consciously and actively start playing the game to your advantage. You will come across a difficult relationship or a situation with a deep breath and a smile instead of getting into that street fight. And that's when you know that you have passed the test. Each time we pass the test, we get closer and closer to ascension. All we need is courage, intention, and a willingness to expand our consciousness. We must accept responsibility for everything that occurs in our lives. Even if it was a difficult lesson, you must know that you chose to experience it, and it's all for your higher good. We live in a realm that we manifest ourselves. The negative agenda they can't create, but we can. Every thought and emotion that we have creates what we experience. This is why the negative agenda feeds us news and movies and TVs, all with violence, war, sex, racism. The more we as a collective and as individuals think about these things, the more we create them. They feed us with stories of coronavirus, and guess what? We're also worried about it that we manifest it into an even bigger deal. That's how powerful we are. We are literally creating the world that we don't want. Like I mentioned before, we have soul contracts. These are contracts we made with other souls before coming into this world in order for lessons to be learned and for karma to be cleared. Karma is not a punishment. When karma presents itself, just see it for what it is. Unbalanced energy from the past that is now seeking balance. We all have unconscious emotions, feelings, thoughts, and behavioral patterns, all stored in our subconscious mind. This can be from anything intense, like sexual abuse or physical abuse, either from this life or a past life. Denying it doesn't work. It only prolongs the pain. We must face these painful issues in order to heal and to release. If we don't, they will continue to bring unwanted situations and outcomes into our lives, and that can manifest into diseases like cancer. Diseases happen when we suffer an amount of stress, all due to imbalances. We create demons in thought and emotion form, so it's essential to be aware of them and figure out why they're here. Starve them with positivity and awareness. Again, we all have free will. Not everything is predetermined. We have free will to follow our ego and get in that street fight. We have free will to choose not to evolve at all if we don't want to. And we have the free will to ascend to our higher selves. The biggest law is the law of attraction. Like attracts like. What you focus on will draw back to you. Envision every thought that you think and every word that you say, creating computer codes that will begin to manifest those thoughts and those feelings into your reality. If you're always worried about money, you will attract more situations in which you'll be more worried and depleted of money. Your thoughts and your words create what you get. I know it's hard when you're struggling, but like I always say, fake it till you make it. When you feel a rising negative emotion, just crack a smile or laugh. It will literally make you feel better. Also, start getting in the habit of repeating positive mantras and affirmations daily. When you say it, just feel it in your body, move, dance with it, get excited about it. If you're struggling with money, your thoughts can go something like, I'm so grateful for this home that I have, or I have unlimited sources of income. Don't think, oh my God, what am I going to do? Or I have no home, no money. That can be your reality now, but you don't want to manifest it into your future. Being broke is simply a mindset. We all have the millionaire potential inside of us. If you have a negative thought, you are backing it up with a negative emotion, which will make the manifestation process quicker. Examine your life right now. Who do you feel are the key players in your life? What do you think they're trying to teach you? Are you making free will choices or choices being made for you? Are you participating in high vibrational activities or low vibrational activities? When you find yourself in a negative situation, ask yourself, what is this person reflecting back to me? What behavior, thought, feeling, or belief does this person have that I need to heal within myself? And there are usually 3 reasons for a mirror. 1, someone is being a mirror for you to show you how you are feeling, thinking, behaving, or vibrating. They are a reflection of a lesson that you need to learn. And this one is the most common. Or 2, you are a mirror for someone else. You have chosen to be someone that they can act out against just so they can see the pain that they have inflicted on you. If that person sees your suffering, they will be less likely to repeat the behavior, and therefore it will clear their karma. Or 3, if you have done a lot of work on yourself, another one can reflect your progress. So people will reflect back to you lessons that you have recently moved through, and they're seeking assistance from you to help shed light so that they can move forward without having to repeat the lesson over and over. Therefore, you're like a lighthouse, just lighting the way for others. Once you carry knowledge, you will light the candles for others. Don't get hung up on mirror situations regarding what he said, she said, they did. Focus on how it made you feel and how you wanted to react. This is about the feeling needing to be transformed and healed. If there is no feeling or reaction, there is nothing you need to transform. Always look for the emotion. You are the creator of your life, and you must accept responsibility for it. If you are in denial of all the crappy stuff in your life, you're rejecting the fact that you are a creator being, and you have chosen to be powerless. The universe presents us a mirror so that we can see ourselves in others and change what we need to work on. For instance, a child will say that he can't communicate with his parents because they live in their own ignorant lives. And the parents will say that they can't communicate with their child because he lives in his own world and they can't relate. Both of these complaints are true. Another example is constantly attracting people who betray you just because you haven't dealt with parental abandonment issues from your past. Or not being able to find a stable relationship because you still carry trust issues from your past relationship. What you are seeing is a manifestation of your belief that you can't trust anyone with your feelings. If we see something in someone else that we don't like, and it has triggered an emotional response from us, then that is an alarm to pay attention to it. I have a friend who's single, and every time she starts talking to a guy, they end up getting with their ex-girlfriends. She calls herself the good luck Chuck, because her relationships just never work out. By her believing in that, she's attracting that. I always tell her the best love potion is to carry yourself in a confident manner. Be true to you and show positive body language. That is the sexiest trait. Their behavior has become a mirror for us, blessing us with an opportunity for higher awareness so that we can see what needs to be healed inside of us. If we don't like something about ourselves, we will see that in others as well. Our reality is a mirror of our inner being. Our higher selves are always bringing people and situations into our lives, also show us our hidden subconscious and sacred programming. We cannot be empowered and enlightened beings by playing the victims of circumstance. The true doctrine is inconceivable oneness with difference. Mirrors are not exact reflections. They are multidimensional with many layers. To understand mirrors, it requires self-reflection and introspection. We came to this earth to return to the remembrance that we are one. Everyone we meet has come into our path to help us remember this. We've been given the free will to look at things in a positive scale or in a negative scale. When we're able to exercise equality towards others regardless of how others treat us, then we're at the 0 point, the divine center. If we go too much on one side, then we are not yet with Source. When we hate something, it just means that we haven't reached a point of neutrality or total acceptance of it. It's important to see the bigger picture. To conclude, the best way to get to the bottom of it is to ask yourself, how do you feel? Once you name and understand the root of the feeling, you will receive the wisdom. Once you put loyalty to this form of thinking, the old problematic you will shed from your reality. Life will keep challenging you to your core, but if you remember this, it will liberate you and expand you in so many ways possible. Thank you for listening. Wish you infinite blessings.